Box shadow, what it will do, it applies shadow. It will apply shadow, SHA, shadow like border around the element. Element is representing the tag here. So it says box shadow will apply shadow like border around the element. You have a division. For that division, if you apply the box shadow, it will look like a border, but it will not be a border. It will be like it's shadow. And where it will come? It will come around the element. While setting around the element, we will have option. We can shift the shadow from left side also. We can apply margin from top also. Margin right, margin bottom. Let's example will guide us. In that, how many combination will come? You can write like this. Box hyphen shadow. The first number apply from left. The first number we can apply from left. So we'll write here from left. Second number apply from top. From top. The third number is density of shadow. And the fourth is color of shadow. Shadow color. SHADOW COLOR. Shadow color. 4 number you will be passing. Density. Spelling I hope should be correct. Let me check once. Right only. Suppose for example we'll write like this. Box shadow. Box shadow. Box shadow. 10 px. So what will happen? Your border will be shifted towards right. From left to right, it will shift 10 pixel. When you write here 20 px, then the shadow from top to bottom will shift 20 pixel. Second number is from top, first number is from left. And if I write here call 5 px, so density of shadow will be 5 pixel. And if I write call red, then color of the shadow will be red. Okay. One example will create. In that, we will write 3-4 division and we can apply the shadow from all sides. It will be clear always. Okay, so you will create a file box shadow.html in the same folder, internal. Box shadow.html. In internal folder. box shadow.html. Let's come to this file. HTML you will start from. You will follow the head also, and you will open the style tag and will close the style tag. Below we can use the body tag open and body tag close. Okay, next after this, they will write here one h1 box shadow example. Box shadow example. In a style part for h1, you can write few property based on CSS by tag name. CSS for h1 tag, you can write as color of h1, green color, font size of h1, somewhere 70 pixel, and text hyphen align of h1 as center. So this h1 will print in the center of the screen. In 70 pixel font with color of green. Right below division id equal to block 1 id equal to block 2 id as a block 3. So 3 blocks we created, 1 2 3. Now we will write the CSS for individual id with the different number, different type of direction of shadow property. Okay, so you will come now to the style part. Under style part, you will write here box shadow as block 1 is the id. Inside the block 1 id, you will give some height width 200 pixel, width also 200 pixel. Then background not required exactly. Margin we can write somewhere 40 pixel, 30 pixel. Float left. Instead of float left, you have another property called display, and it has a value called inline hyphen block. This will also work like as a float. It will convert from block to inline, and it will fit the container block wise. Then you will write box hyphen shadow 0 pixel from left side, 0 pixel from top side, high pixel density of the shadow in red color. So red color shadow will come from left 0, from top 0. It represent surrounding the block 1 will be equal shadow in red color with the density of 5 pixel. Let us check once. Shadow is coming. Look like border, but it is not border. Okay. And shadow is not going to take extra space. Like suppose you are given 200 here, width at 200 as a height, correct? Margin will take extra space. 30 in the left, 30 in the right, 30 top, 30 bottom. But 5 pixel shadow what you have written, it is going to consume from your 200 by 200 only. It will not take any extra space. But when we write border, border will take extra space. 200 plus 5 pixel. Left 5 pixel right. But this will be taking 5 pixel from the existing width only. It will not take anything extra from the outside. Right? Hope it should work. We'll go for the second block. Same block 1 content we can copy. We can paste here. And height 200, width 200 is okay. Then margin is 30px, display line is also fine. Change the shadow. From left side, keep 20px and let us see what is happening. Where this shadow is getting shift. Okay. So where is going? From left, it will shift towards right. So that 20 pixel shadow will shift towards right side. Next we can come. We can go for the block 3.
Sir, can you please explain this? What happened here?
The shadow was in the first one you are given 0, 0, 5 pixel. So 0, 0 represent from left side 0, from right side also 0. 0 from left, 0 from top. So here 0 from left, no any pixel gap from left side, no any pixel gap from the top side, the shadow will look equal. But here what you are saying, shift 20 pixel from left. So that 20 pixel will apply where? In the right. So shadow will get shifted to the right side. That only happen here. In the second one, you write little more from the top, maybe 40 pixel, and then see. If that is not clear, you can apply here a background. Background, other color, maybe a sky blue. You will come to know where is the area and where is the shadow. Right here. Background, both the places. Then see the first number, change the number. Okay. You can change the number and see where it's reflecting. 40 pixel you have written, you write 30, see, change to 100, see, left side you have written 20, modify the number, run the page, we'll get idea where it is changing, where it's reflecting. Now I have given here 40 pixel, I'll run once. You can see, okay. The second one, ID I should change to 3. Okay, you can see here, the sky blue is the actual area. The sky blue is the actual area 200 by 200, and shadow got shifted from where to where? From left to right. Correct? In the first case, second case. But in third case, shadow got shifted from left to right 20 pixel, and the shadow got shifted from top to bottom something 40 pixel. So you can see from top the shadow got shifted towards down. Now come to the okay, 3 you created. Now if the condition is shadow should come left side, it is shifting from left to right and top to bottom. In case if you want to bring the shadow in the left, or maybe you want to send to the top, then what to do? We have to create here the fourth number and fifth number. Create the fourth ID, block 4 and block 5. Block 4 and block 5. Okay, block 4, block 5. Now in block 4, this shadow also you can change 5 pixel you have written, change to somewhere 30 pixel, 20 pixel shadow. Suppose I change to 20 pixel. If I look into my browser, I should see the shadow density become spread. Okay. Before that density was how much? 5. So within the lace area, it was spreading the shadow. So it was, you can say, it was much visible. Now what is happening? Within the 20 pixel, it is spreading the shadow. So what will happen? Density, whichever you have, it will get spread surrounding how much pixel? 20 pixel. So if the number will get increased, the shadow will not be much bright. If the you can say pixel will get decreased, the shadow will be much brighter. So 5 pixel was before. So what was that? It was much bright. Now you given 20. So what will happen? The same shadow will get spread within the 20 pixel area. So right, the brightness will become something else.
Also, you told shadow will include the width and height of the block, right? So that means the actual width is not getting changed because of shadow.
I have told you shadow will not be the extra. Shadow will be the part of which one? Width and height. Okay. When we calculate the block, I'll guide you. I have not told you the shadow will be extra. Shadow will be the part of which one? Width and height. If you are writing 200 by 200, right, it will take actual, yes, shadow will get overlap. The shadow of block 1 will go to the block 2, but it will not, you can say, shift the block in the new line. Block will be in the same line, but shadow will get overlap. Now to see the shadow, you have to give proper spacing. I have told you include, not exclude. Through example, I'll guide you again if you have doubt. Then block 4, now go inside, and the first how much you have written? 20, correct? Now you give minus 20. Give minus 20. Minus 20. Check now where it happened. Shadow will go to where? Shadow, where it's going? Left side. Now, if you'll give more shadow, right? How much gap we are given? Between two block, how much gap we are given? 30 pixel. Look at here in the first and second. Look at the second and third. Look at the third and fourth. See the shadow of first three and shadow of four. The third shadow is going to the right side, and the shadow of fourth is coming to the left side. Correct? If let me increase here. Let me increase here to 40 pixel. Now shadow is getting overlap. If the shadow will apply a space in the margin, then this overlap will not happen. Automatically, what will happen? Gap will increase. But gap is not increasing. That represent shadow is not going to consume extra space surrounding your element. Shadow will be part of your division only, part of the width itself. Yes, but since shadow meaning already, where it will create, it will not create an object, it will create out of the object. Okay, so when it is creating out of object, if you want to identify the shadow properly, give proper spacing, but it will not give extra space. Your element will not occupy extra space because of shadow. But if you are writing the border, your element will take extra space because border will not include, border will be excluded. It will be out of the element. Similar way, you can create the fifth one. One more you try. Five you can write. Inside that, from top, we can give some space. Margin, okay, let it be same. I increase here. First number also in minus, second number also in minus. So first number will bring the shadow in left side. That is right to left. The second number will bring the shadow on top. That is from the bottom to up. Okay. Positive number is going to give from top to bottom. Negative number is going to give bottom to top or right to left. Now let me see that fifth one. Fifth one is coming where shadow is moving towards up. Okay. Related to that, we have one more called text shadow. How you are applying the shadow for an element, right? Container. Similar way you can apply the shadow for the text also or text also. So we can write separate file text shadow. We can make a note in developer guide. Please check. Hope it should work for all.
Sir, what is container?
Tag. Tag is called as a container. Tag also called as element. HTML tag you are writing division paragraph. That is called as a container. Even the division paragraph, all the HTML tags are called as a element. In CSS, we can call it a selector. This for final, you can write here in developer guide. Go and write. What will write? All, or you can write like this. Different name of HTML tags in other technologies. Okay. RENT. We can write here one line. All HTML tags, all the HTML tags called tags in HTML. But all the HTML tags is called selector in CSS. In CSS, all HTML tags are called element in JavaScript. Correct? All the HTML tags are called JSX element in React. When you say container, it is nothing predefined. Container, when we are writing here, it represents HTML tags. Container, when you say, it is representing here HTML tags. There you are going to keep something. Okay. Next, we can go ahead. Text shadow, what we have? Text shadow. Text shadow is what it will do. It apply shadow or text or text. It will apply the shadow for text. Next, after this, same thing as it is here. We can write here, but box shadow will get replaced by text shadow. Box shadow will get replaced by text shadow. Okay, all will be similar. Now you will create a file text_shadow.html. There we can implement how we can make a text as a 3D text. Hope you wrote it. Text shadow. Go to the example now. Text shadow.html. It's the same as box shadow. Text shadow. In text shadow.html file, we will follow HTML, head body, head body. Inside the body, write h1 tag, h1 tag, CSS is, or maybe message text chat. Same text, keep ID equal to heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4. Heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4. Okay, material content is same. Container is also same. Container means element h1. H1 is same everywhere. ID is different. We'll go to the head style part. In a style section, we will use again as heading 1, heading 1, font size 70 px, color red, and font size. First keep margin again. Margin should come automatically. Right next for text shadow. Text shadow. Text shadow, we can keep here first number 1 pixel, second number also 1 pixel, third number somewhere 5 pixel, and color as green. Color as green. 1 pixel from left, 1 pixel from top. And then 5 pixel density and color as a green. Shadow color green, but text color as a red. So hopefully it should make some shadow. Let me run this file and also try. Some kind of shadow is coming. Okay, but we will make it more kind of 3D. Let's go for the second one. Heading 2. Font size is small. Increase that to 80 px. This also make 80 px font size. Then from left, if 10 px. From top, keep 20 px. Black color shadow. Check once. Oh, at the same place. Oh, because the ID is same. I should make ID as a 2. This will look like as a actual shadow. So heading 2, hope getting applied. Below heading 3, we can increase the left and top. We can decrease that left and top. We'll see it. Heading 3. Heading 3. Left side. Let it be less. 5. From top, convert into 40-50. So the shadow will shift towards down much more. Now, third one, right? In the fourth one, you can make complete shift towards shadow. Okay, right side we can shift. Fourth one, from left also give somewhere 15. From top also let's give 50. Let it go towards left to right. Increase little more 25. Here 60, 70. Okay, something like this. That is called text silo. Next, we have different type of height and different type of width. Okay, so height you can implement using 3 ways. Width you can implement using 4 ways. So hope working for everyone. Okay, we'll go to the developer guide. We have written one place, height somewhere, height using 3 ways, width using 4 ways. Width we have implemented, width we have created, no? Height we have created or not? Height we have not created, okay? So we'll create a file, height.html. In the same internal CSS. Let's follow the division, or maybe write the p tag is also fine. Under p tag, write some sufficient text. One paragraph, one more paragraph. Similar content, repeat 2 times. Similar content, repeat 2 times. For first paragraph, give ID equal to block 1. Second paragraph, ID equal to block 2. Next, we'll come to the CSS part. For block 1, height of the block 1, 100 pixel. Width of the block 1, 200 pixel. Background of block 1, red color. Margin between two block, float left. Float left should fit one after other, or display inline block also you can write. Let me use the display property. Inline block. Next, after that, margin 40 pixel. Next, after this, copy the same block 1, paste after this as a block 2. Block 2. Block 2 given. Check. You will find it will come one after another, no problem. But content is moving outside. Okay. Content is going outside. Reason is only one. The height is limited height. Height is limited and content is more. So this problem will happen every time when you have more content and less height. Okay, if container height is fixed, if the tag height is fixed, then what will happen? Limited content is fine, but if the content is more, data is more, where it will go? Out of the block. Okay, so width we have seen it was in percentage also, pixel also. Height we have three ways. Three type of properties are there, not three ways. Three type of properties are there that will help you to make the height in different way. So now we have used height in the first block. In the second block, use mean height. MIN, mean hyphen height. Instead of height, use the mean height. Okay, instead of height, we added the mean height. Now the height of your element will increase automatically. You will see height is got increase, automatically got extend. But what will happen if content is less than 100? If there is no content, then how much it will take height? If content is less, then how much it will take height? So you are saying minimum is fixed. How much? 100 px. If content is more, then extend. That's fine. In case there is no content, then also occupy 100 px. Okay. Compared to both, if you look, compared to first, second one is fine, better. Instead of height, if you're writing mean height, will be more helpful. Instead of writing the height, if you write as a mean height, that will be more helpful. Why? Because mean height says according to content, it will increase also. If you have more content, you don't need to worry. Let me add here. I added some more lines. Let me see what happened. You can see it's got increased. This is coming down because of we have to use the vertical align. For all you are given display block, right? So if content is more in one, other will get de-aligned. We have another property called vertical align top. So all will print in the beginning. Okay, come next. Next, we can add one more division, one more block we can add, and we can see the height auto. So copy the second. So till here you are clear, right? Okay, let me put the equal content. Block should not be rearranged. It should be rearranged. Same way it should be visible. Okay, so till here is okay. Better to understand. Now block 2 you can copy and paste again. Make it a block 3. Okay, added block 3. Come up again to the CSS part and write again one more section in CSS. Give ID as a block 3. Here you will give height auto. Height auto. Height as a auto. Height auto written. Come to the browser again. See now the third block is also fitting properly. Now comparison will do. In mean height, if content is reduced, then what will happen? In height auto, if the content reduce, what will happen? Increment will happen in both. There is no problem. There is no doubt. When the content is increasing, height will increase in both. But if content will decrease, what will happen in mean height and what will happen in height auto? Okay. So this we have written one place height auto, another place we have written mean height 100 is. Now coming down to the division, block 2 is based on mean height and block 3 is based on auto. Both the places I reduce the content. Now once we run the page, we'll come to know when decrement matter, increment is happening. When decrement matter comes, where is it reflect? So let's go here, look into the browser. Okay. So this is moving up down because of vertical align. That is no matter, we have solution for that. If you look into the middle division, middle paragraph, it is covering minimum 100 pixels. If you look into the third paragraph, how much content we have, the height is occupying just that much only. If you remove the content, it will become non-visible. It will not show also if you remove the content. Okay. So we can say out of 3, height is nothing but minimum and maximum will be fixed. If you have less content, then also it will take certain. If you have more content, then also it will take certain. That is called only height. Height particular pixel. Okay. When you say height auto, it's a according to content. As the content will increase, the height will increase. As the content will decrease, height will decrease. Okay. Mean height says if your content is more, agree to increase, correct? But if the content is less, not agree to decrease. Minimum will be how much you are given. 100 px you are given, so minimum will be 100 px. Correct? So difference, hope it's clear in all 3. Height is fixed, mean height is minimum is fixed, and height auto full flexible. Depend on contents. We can come to developer guide. If you're writing, please check it. Here, block 1 to 3. You can modify the CSS part and then run it. Reduce the content. Check once. In developer guide, go to the height section. When you write height in pixel, then you write height in pixel, it is fixed. It is fixed. Height, you should not write in percentage. Why? Because if you are writing height in percentage, how much maximum percent you can use? 100%. We can use maximum 100%. But when you open the Flipkart, you can see inside the page, the height will be such a long. There will be a lot of product. You need to scroll. That is out of window. Okay, that is not within the window. Correct? If you give the height maximum 100%, it will not display more than that content. It will display only those content that is fitting in the window size. Correct? Because of that, height should not be in the percentage. For height, we have 3 solutions: mean height, height auto, as well as only height. According to need, we'll use for height will not have a concept of percent. For width, we have a percent of concept of pixel as well as percentage. Okay. Calculation wise, how to calculate the screen width, I will guide you in the coming 1 or 2 example. So height we have called auto. We can write here fully based on contents. fully based on contents. How much content you have, according to content, it is going to adjust. Another one we have mean height. Mean height, suppose you are writing in pixel, certain pixel, you can say the minimum height will be locked. Minimum height will be locked. Maximum based on contents. Maximum based on contents. But minimum will be locked always. Okay, hope ready? Go for next file. So height, width. Next we have called this one called background. Okay. Background also we can write. Multiple type of background we have. You can write here. One is called background. You can write red, green, blue is okay. Second, you have background hyphen color. Right. Third, you have color, but you can take from the pick from the RGB. RGB. We have to give the value of red, green, and blue. Like suppose 100 from the red, 150 from the green, and 50 from the blue. That number is between 0 to 255. Which one? RGB value range is between 0 to 255. If you are giving a number higher number, that color will be more combination. Like you will say what we wrote is 100, 150 and then 50. So from the red take 100 numbers, from the green take 150 numbers ratio, and then from the where blue take 50. So in this, which color ratio is more? Green. So what will happen after mixing all three color? The fourth color it will create. In that, the green value will be more. Okay, green value will be more. Coming down, RGBA. Right? What this is going to do? Last A character. A character says like whichever the color you generated after mixing red, green, blue and all, do you have any requirement to increase and decrease the brightness of that? Okay, brightness level. 1 is the 0.1 is the lowest and 0.9 will be close to highest and 1 will be the highest. 0.1 will be the lowest and 0.9 is close to highest and 1 is the fully highest. Okay, so that is going to set your brightness level. So you can write here maybe 0.5 represent the 50% of brightness, Okay, next we will write call background hyphen image. Sometime instead of displaying the color, we display as a image. So for that, background hyphen image property will help us. In that, we have to use the property function called URL. Using URL function, we will give the path of a photo. That photo should be as a background. So suppose we are writing one dot JPG. So what will happen here? Wherever you call this, in current folder, it will check one photo should be there, one dot JPG. If one dot JPG exists, then one dot JPG will become the background of current element, current division, current paragraph. You have seen many times background will be photo and on the top of that text will be there, right? So how that happen? Okay, we can display image or text at a time, anyone, but both will be there sometime. So how that happen? People set the background as a image and then the content will be as a text. So it will look like, okay, on image text is displaying. So image is actually as a background. Okay, come down. Sometime what we want the background should be multicolor combination. Multicolor combination. Okay, upper 30%, the up 30% portion should be sky blue, middle should be little blue, and last should be black. Okay, so in that case, how to set the color combination? So we have called background hyphen image. You have to use a function called linear hyphen gradient. Linear gradient is a function in that we can set the multiple color combination and it will take in the given direction. Okay, how it will be? Two to left, to left. So you are saying the color should move from where? To left. Okay, or it should start from left to right. So two left, one to right. Suppose I wrote first call as a red. Red will not be the first. Okay, red will be the last. Red, green, then blue. Blue will be the first from the left side. Then green will be the second from the left side. Red will be the last from the left side. It just apply in the reverse order. Two left. Then we have two right. Next, two up. Two top, not up. Two top. Then two bottom. Two top, two bottom. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. This all the way we can apply the color as a background. Okay, hope you are writing. Written. Create the next file background.html. background.html. I'll share you this all in your chat. Sent. HTML, you can follow. Head body, you can write. Style, then body. Body 2 times I wrote. Now inside the body, write division. ID equal to DG1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Change the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now write common CSS for all the division. Common CSS for all the divisions using CSS by tag name. So all the division height, width, margin will remain same, but the background will be different. Only for background we'll use the ID. Okay, so that single line will change and it will happen. And for all the division, height, width remains same. Now let me guide you. Suppose we have a division. We want to make 4 division in one line, 4 block in one line. So total width of your screen, total width of my screen, total width of everyone's screen is this much, 100%. Total width of the screen is 100%, and we want to make 4 block in one line. So 100% divided by 4, width will come 25%. Okay, so each block will have a width of 25%. Next, after that, you will apply margin also 1% or maybe 2% to apply the margin. 2%. So if you write margin in pixel, then in your screen will be different, in my screen will be different. Okay, so margin 2% you wrote. Margin 2% you wrote. Now this division is going to take 2% in the left, 2% in the right. Even top and bottom also. The top and bottom leave it. Just calculate left and right. So if you are taking the 2% in the left and 2% in the right, 4% will happen. And you are given the width 25%. Total becomes 29%. Right? 29 into 4 if you are doing, it become more than 100%. So 4 block will not fit in one line. Clear? 25% is the width and 4% is the margin. Become 29%. And our plan is to fit 4 block in one line. So 4 block will not come now. Why? Because 29 into 4 if we do, more than 100% will happen. So what you have to do, this 4% you have to minus from the total width. So it will come total 21% width plus 2% margin in the left and 2% margin in the right. Become 25%. Okay. Now since you are going to fit one after other, add the float left. Okay. Next, after that, you need to apply some height for that. Suppose you give height to 50 pixel. So for all the division, height will be 250 pixel. So width apply, height apply, gap got apply, as well as float is also applied. Okay. So using this 4 property, you apply the width, you apply the margin, you apply the alignment from left to right, as well as you apply the height also. Okay. Now let's add one property called box hyphen shadow. 0 px, 0 px, 2 px, any color, a black color. You will see you have consumed total 100% of the width, right? We have consumed total 100% of the width. Okay, total width we have consumed. After that, you are giving the box shadow. Check now, is that in the same line, 4 block or new line? Exact 4 block in the same line. If box shadow 2 pixel will take extra, if box shadow 2 pixel will take extra apart from the width, then 4 block will not come in one line because you will be consuming more than 100%. And as you use more than 100%, your block will not be there. It will go to the name line. Now exact 4 blocks are coming in one line. Okay. We'll create many examples to understand how to calculate the width total. Now for all the division, the structure wise is same. The background should be different. So for that we are written the ID BG1, BG2, BG3. Now under each ID we will use one type of background. Okay, that we are written in developer. Right? Let me guide you. Here one has BG1 background red color, BG2 background hyphen color red color, BG3 background color RGB 100, 50, 130 sequence. BG1, BG2, BG3 should apply. It's getting applied here. In developer guide, you have written already. Same thing you can copy paste and you can check it. Okay, try it and then again next